Welcome back to Fabricating Awesome Stuff. The turbocharger produces a lot more heat than the normally aspirated version of the AEROVEE engine. So SONEX recommends that a pair of 4-inch vents be added to the top cowling to help dissipate this heat. In today's episode, I'm going to show you how to install those recommended vents. So let me know what you think in the comments. Also, remember to like and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any of these updates. I hope you enjoyed today's episode, and thanks for watching. On the turbocharged version of the AEROVEE engine, SONEX recommends using 4-inch round vents in the top of the cowling to help eliminate some of the heat from the turbo out of the engine compartment. And so what I'm going to use is a 4-inch steel soffit vent that I was able to get at Lowe's. You can get it at most of the supply stores. And I removed the flange off of the soffit vent because we don't need this flange hanging down below the cowling. So I just wanted the vent only. So it's a screen vent. I'm going to use a 4-inch hole saw to cut the hole, and I took a 6x6 and I mounted it, screwed it to the table so it won't move, and I'm going to use that as a backup for the cowling. I'll set the cowling on here and drill down through here to help stabilize the cowling when I'm drilling on it. And then I have another 6x6 back here to prop up the back of the cowling. So we'll try that and see how it goes. I marked the hole for the vent on the cowling on this tape. The center of the hole is going to be about 3 3/4 inches from the edge of the cowling and 7 inches over from the center on both sides. So to start this, I'm going to start a little bit of a pilot hole to get the pilot bit for the hole saw started. Okay, get the hole saw started here and see if we can carefully do this. I think we're gaining on it. Just trying to be careful. There we go. Now let's see if the vent fits. It's going to set right on there like that. Yeah, that's going to be perfect. Now that we have the holes cut, we need to install the vents. So I'm going to use nut plates to install those. And I'm going to point the louvers toward the windshield. And I'm thinking that the hot air coming from the engine compartment from the turbo may help with, clearing fog or whatever off the windshield. So I think it's worth trying. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and drill a pilot hole here. And the second pilot hole. So that's how it's going to set. Now that we have the holes, I'm going to up drill the holes so that a screw will fit. Next, we're going to install a nut plate, and we're going to use the nut plate's going to be mounted underneath it. I'm going to put it on top just to know where we need the holes for the rivets. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and drill one of the rivet holes. And Cleco, so it doesn't move on us. Second rivet hole. We're going to countersink these holes for the rivets because we want them to sit flat. And these are countersunk pop rivets that I'm going to use for that, stainless steel. We're going to put the screw in the nut plate so that it holds it in position, centers it. Then we'll also use a Cleco in half so that it holds it in place. Go ahead and install a rivet. Okay, second rivet. Okay, put the second one on. All right, so now we have threaded holes for the vent, and we'll do the same thing on the other side. Here's a close-up of what we've been doing. We've got the nut plates installed next to the holes for the vents, and I'll go ahead and show you what it looks like with the vent covers installed. Now this is the top cowling with the vent covers installed. So I think that worked out pretty well. Thanks for watching.